My name is Christine McDay. I am a drum major.
My name is Jaylee and I'm a drum major.
My name is Kaya and I'm a drum major.
My name is Josh and I'm a band captain.
Alright, so what we wanted to do is start off with a couple things that include the marching band backpack. So what we're going to start off with is equipment and instruments.
So this is stuff that you will need for every rehearsal and competition, but it shouldn't go in your backpack. Everything that's on this list will go in your binder or in your instrument case. So starting off in the binder, you will need a pencil and a highlighter in a pencil pouch right in the front of your binder. And the first thing in terms of music sort of stuff that should be in your binder is the show music. You can print it off from the website. You also should have the pregame music and any stand tunes for your instrument part. After the music in the binder, you should have all the drill that you need. You'll get that from the staff at the beginning of the year, so don't worry about printing that out or anything. But everything should be in sheet protectors for weather, because it will get wet sometimes and you don't want your music to get ruined. So after everything in your binder, you should have like 50 extra sheet protectors, because you'll get more drill as the season goes on, and you'll need to protect it. So that's the binder. In terms of instrument stuff, you should have any valve oil or cork grease, including reeds and like neck strap, that kind of stuff for your instrument. That'll go in your case, and you should have it with you at all times. So that's everything for instrument and equipment.
Now we're going to talk about medical and safety.
Okay, so the first thing you'll need in your bag for medical and safety is Band-Aids. You know, if you get cut, if you fall and you scrape your knee, or something unfortunate happens, you need a Band-Aid to cover that right up. You'll be fine. Next, you'll need ibuprofen, Tylenol, or Advil, which, like, if you have a headache or something, it'll ease the pain a little bit, and it's just good to have in general in case of that situation. Next, you'll need an ACE bandage, which, like, you may think you don't need it, but it's important that you do, and you might want to get 2 or more, because you might twist your ankle or hurt something. So it's good to have that around just to make sure that you can wrap it up and be safe. Next, if you're asthmatic, you want to have your inhaler with you. It's important that you have an inhaler so that if you have an asthma attack or you're having trouble breathing, you can have easy access to it right away, and you don't have to get mama wet. Next, some people have a tendency to get burned by the sun, so aloe vera will ease the pain. It'll take away some of the soreness that you get from sunburn, so it's always good to have some of that in your bag. Next, medicated foot powder. So that one can be unusual to some people, but at band camp, if stuff gets soggy or anything gets wet, it'll kind of take out the dampness of it, or it'll stop your feet from just getting nasty and gross and not feeling great. It'll help take away some of that. Next, you'll need sunscreen, and that's very important because the sun is always like beaming down. You don't want to get burnt, you don't want to get red or anything, and try to stay away from aerosol sunscreen just because it causes some problems, and the lotion sunscreen gets a better coverage anyway. And so next you're going to need bug repellent, which that is important. You don't want to get bit up, especially in West Virginia. The mosquitoes are pretty bad, so it helps keep away the mosquitoes and the bugs from biting you. And last, you're going to need chapstick with SPF, so that just protects your lips and make sure they're not dry without having the sun burn them as well.
Alright, now we're going to talk about personal.
So it's really important that you're always staying warm and dry when you're at rehearsals and at competitions and everything. So you want to bring a jacket and a sweatshirt, and also rain gear, like a rain jacket like I have here. This keeps you dry when you're having really rainy rehearsals or cold rehearsals, which happen a lot as we get towards the end of the season. So it's really important that you have that. Next thing you want to have are hair bands if you're a girl especially, because your hair can get in the way of your instrument, it can get all up in your face and everything, and you're not able to see, and it gets really hot and sweaty. So especially at band camp and hotter days, you want to wear a hairband at all times. Next, also if you're female, you want to make sure you have all your hygiene products that you might need, such as like pads and tampons and things like that you always want to have with you in case you need that, so you want to have in your backpack. Next, you want to keep some snacks and things like that with you, along with your water bottle, because you always want to stay hydrated and healthy during rehearsals. And snacks and water bottles can help keep you nourished and everything as you're going through hot days at rehearsals. So you want to make sure you have a half-gallon water bottle with you at all times, because we'll bring that on and off the field all the time. You want to make sure you have a hat. Now, I have a couple here. You want to make sure you have a hat that covers as much of your body as you can so you don't get too sunburnt or red or anything. So visors and ball caps like you see here, they don't do too much coverage. So a hat like this is something you want to keep with you at all times because it keeps your head nice and cool and dry, and it also keeps the sun away from your face. You also want to have sunglasses, and the sun will get very, very bright. It gets very hot as you have long rehearsals. So it's very important that you have sunglasses because otherwise you're not going to be able to see where you're going, especially as we learn how to guide and use our peripheral vision. You want to be able to see as much as you can and look at drum majors and other things in the band directors. So please have sunglasses with you. Also, you want to bring extra black socks as it gets wet and rainy, just like you need your rain jacket. You also want to bring black socks that you can change out pairs and everything, such as when you're at competitions and football games when it gets wet. You don't want to have wet, soggy feet, so bring an extra pair of black socks that you can change into. And finally, please make sure you have deodorant. It gets very sweaty and very smelly as we have our rehearsals, so bring a lot of deodorant. And I think that just about covers all the personal items that you need in your backpack.
Alright guys, that's all that we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to watch this marching band backpack video. If you guys have any questions, make sure you do contact your section leaders. You can also contact your drum majors. You can also contact your band captain, okay? So, thank you guys, and let's have a great season.